What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Good morning. I've got a really busy day ahead of me, but we are finally getting the transmission looked at, disassembled, and finally going to order some parts. So I was holding off for a little bit just because how busy I've been, and really just didn't have time to get the transmission done. So we are finally getting the transmission taken apart today, and we can actually figure out what we're going to do with it. And I'm going to take you guys through the process. So I decided to actually take the transmission to a local transmission shop. It's called Precision Transmission. It's owned by Richie Critch and his son Trent Critch. Super awesome people. They've actually sponsored a few of our local races that we've held, and they're always down to support. So anyways, decided to take the transmission to them to get the Turbo 400 rebuilt. If you guys are newer to the channel, when I put in the built motor, bigger turbo, I had a bunch of boost leak issues for a long time trying to figure everything out. That's just how new builds are. And of course, once I figured out the boost issues, well, the transmission just couldn't hold the power anymore. So the input shaft snapped like right after the 8th mile. And she was on a pass. But so we're gonna try and build that Turbo 400 a little bit stronger this time, and they're gonna go over some options with me on, you know, stronger input shaft, maybe a billet valve body, upgraded clutches. So pretty much what I want to do is, since the transmission has to come apart anyways, instead of just replacing the input shaft and the forward hub, is actually replace everything in there, refresh it, and have a brand new trans for this season. And I think that's probably the best route to go. So hopefully the transmission won't be down too long, but it really will be dependent on how soon parts can come in. So today I gotta go to work for a little bit, then we're gonna go get the transmission, take it over to Precision, and we're gonna get this thing torn apart.
How you doing from Precision Transmissions? Today we're working on a 400 trainer that is in a 2018 Ford Mustang with a turbo probably about this big. He ended up turning the boost up on and stuff and twisting the input shaft off on it. And we're gonna take it apart and see what type of parts we have in there, see if we can upgrade it to a lot better stuff. So let's get this apart. Now this does have a 8-volt pump for an ultra bell, which is the best way to do it. When you cut these bell housings off, you want to be able to bolt the bell housing all the way back to the cage to the pump. Some of them just have a 7-volt or a 6-volt, and that's not the way you want to do it. So this, I believe, is just a fully made. Is this a trans brake training?
Yes.
It is? There's nothing going to be under here, just where the governor used to be. Anytime you put a trans brake in, you do away with the governor. Just plug it off. Now, I believe he's had this training built before, and it does have some $5 parts in it. But since he started making more power with the car and stuff, we want to go back to it and make it have the right stuff in it. Now it does have a billet output shaft here. You can tell just by looking at the material. There's no place for speedometer gear. So this is an aftermarket. There's no bolt on or bolt tail yoke onto it. It is a slip yoke style output shaft. Now anytime you go to a fully manual 400 or a trans brake 400, you'll block off the you'll block off this modulator valve right there. They'll give you this plug. Now the valve will still be in here, but it won't move. There's no modifications done to the valve or anything like that. They just block it all the way forward. That way it's at max pressure. going to take this. This is an added support for the intermediate snap ring they put in here. There's some lugs in the case they didn't install, and they put the support in there to help support that snap ring. So let me get this nut out there before I flip it over. And we'll take it apart and run it on the inside. And we don't have a lot of shrapnel. We do have a little bit of metal, but nothing really to be worried about on failures. Smells a little warm. Now, let me show you a mistake right here. Now, anytime you build a trans brake 400, you put a billet valve body and all this type of stuff on here, or you build it fully manual and you max the pressure out on them. You cannot put a standard filter in here. You have to run a high flow screen filter. This trans can physically burn up just because of this reason. If you notice in here, there's a screen. You can barely see it down in there. If you look in here, it's a cloth. Well, this cloth will plug up and it can't flow enough fluid to support the pump pressure that we need now for the train to survive. So that's a no-no right off the bat. Always use a screen filter. This filter is cleanable. You don't have to ever throw it away, so it's a good advantage. Now this does have a deep pan, which is a longer tube. Now you always want to double stack the O-rings going up into the case right here. Now this does have an internal brake transmission specialties, it looks like to me. Let me find it real quick.
Might be 8mm in my tool cart if you need it.
Yours?
Yes, sir. 12 point.
I think I found it. These brakes are really nice. They release really quick. I mean, you got to be really careful actually. If you got a quick release button, if you bump that button, I've done it. This thing will come on so fast that it'll make your teeth chatter. So we really like them a lot. They work really good. Gives those turbo cars a little advantage on the starting. Now when you take this brake here off, you got to be real careful because you can lose this ball. Not under this seat here, but it's under this seat right here. I'm going to find that little Allen. Is there another Allen?
Yes, sir.
You have to add all these special little bolts in here.
Real pretty.
Transmission builders do have special tools. Well, that would be I'm going to give this just a little smack to kind of seat this like that, and then we're going to try to break this loose because it's really tight. There we go, you hear it pop. If I wouldn't have done that, we probably would have stripped it. You always want to take your time taking these apart because they're so fragile. But if you slide this plate off right here, really good. Here it comes. There's a ball right here that'll fall out. You don't want to lose that. Now this here is your reverse band. Servo right here that applies the reverse band. Now there will be some modifications in here. There'll be some sealing rings let off, left off, and stuff like that if they did it right. Got rubber O-ring here. And then you leave the 2 rings off this piston here. Their valve body will come with this spring too. You replace the original one. Because this is your 3rd gear accumulator spring. Anytime you mess with this bolt, you're going to interrupt this surface right here. When you put it back together, you always want to flat file it. If not, you'll have a cross leak. Flat file all this area. Because this valve body does not have any gaskets. It goes metal to metal. So you want to make sure it's really flat. Now, we'll look at the pump first because anytime you put a trans brake on a top pump, you're going to have pump wear. I mean, you can see it every day. Let's see if we got here, maybe we can just put some gears and be good. Let's see what we got. Stator surface area looks really good through here. You got pressure here, your suction here, so you cannot have any wear right here. It's got to look brand new. Your pump gears. They're really bad about egg shaping this hole right here when you put a trans brake on because they max the pressure out of 200 something pounds. So you really want to look at this gear. You can already see it start wearing it out. What really wears it the most is street driving, highway driving, stuff like that. It just can't get rid of that 200 pound pressure. So what it does, if you come over here and look, the pump looks brand new from here to here, like it's never been used. But if you come over here, you can start seeing the wear come in. And that's because
So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you haven't seen the video, you can go over to Precision Transmission and watch their full teardown. But I just want to give you guys kind of the highlight of the video. But it was really cool for me to watch the teardown of a transmission. I don't know very much about transmissions, but I have a little bit better understanding after watching them. It's crazy they took that thing apart in like 10-15 minutes. And it was really cool to hear Richie explain every piece that goes into a transmission, what it does, what parts fail. Unfortunately, my transmission had a stock input and intermediate shaft, and that's what I snapped was the stock input shaft. The transmission was rated for like 12 to 1300 horsepower from the people that I bought it from, but obviously we were making probably the limit of that transmission. If not, we were making a little more because I finally fixed the boost issues on that pass. But that is what it is. That's what racing does. You know, you break parts, gotta fix them and make them stronger. So unfortunately, I have a little bit bad timing, I guess. Those guys are headed out to some vacation for about 2 weeks. Almost all the parts are there, but they're on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So the car probably won't be done until the mid to end of July, which is okay because I do have a few more things I need to get done on the tank stang. And it is super hot in Texas. It's not the best time to be racing, but I do want to get the car back out and racing. So hopefully 2 to 3 weeks, car will be back, put together, and we can start traveling and racing again. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Precision Transmission. Richie and Trent are super awesome dudes, and they're going to take care of the tank stang, and that transmission is going to be able to hold whatever power we're going to throw at it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I will see you guys on the next one.